One of the biggest milestones we all work towards is that moment when we get to purchase our very first home, or maybe even our second. I think owning your own property is a feeling matched by none. And once you have those keys in your hands, it is vital that you have the right kind of insurance that will protect every single wall, part of that structure. And here to guide us through structural household insurance is Louis Muzangwa from Standard Insurance Limited. Louis, welcome back, my friend.
Good to see you.
Likewise. Maybe the big question here, because the damages in this case can be quite far-reaching. If we don't have structural insurance, what could happen?
For most of us, the house is the most valuable asset that we have. And if we do not have cover for it, and there's total loss, and there's no insurance cover, it's almost you starting over again. So it's really, it's be a sad story should that happen.
How does maintenance from a homeowner's perspective, our part, fit into the picture? What are our responsibilities?
Okay, this is a very interesting and I'm really keen to explain this. Most people understand that they have to maintain a vehicle, but most people don't understand that they have to maintain the house. So someone would ask you, how do you expect me to go up the roof and maintain? For instance, you could be a 50-year-old lady and you've got a house and the roof needs attention, waterproofing, or general outlook or appearance of the house. So we don't expect you to do that. We expect you to get a roof specialist as much as we don't expect you to repair a vehicle. We expect you to get a mechanic that does that. So maintaining a house is something that is the responsibility of the owner. It's not the responsibility of the insurer to maintain the house. Why it's important to maintain a house is that, one, it's general upkeep, and you avoid water just falling through the waterproofing that needs to be replaced over time, because gradually, because of exposure to weather elements, those things just need attention. But where it's storm damage, where it comes and then that's something you covered. Yes. So this is just normal maintenance. So it's very important. It keeps it's almost checking the value of your house, to make sure that if you want to resell, it looks good appearance-wise. Those are cosmetic things that actually needs to be done by the client.
Maybe a sobering way to look at this, and something that might be affecting a lot of people. If affording insurance is becoming difficult, how would you recommend someone goes about this? Because ultimately, you don't want to lose the insurance, but what is the mindset? What advice would you give one of your clients in this instance?
So if at all the financial situation has come to a point where you need to, insurance appears to be a lot heavier on a specific individual, we don't necessarily recommend that you cancel. I think there are many options you could take. One, you could have the property reassessed, just to make, it's always important. It's also an obligation that you must see that you're actually paying what it's actually worth. Because sometimes maybe you have removed certain structures that were part of the insured because you've done renovations. We don't know how it looks like. So it's important that you might have it evaluated, or you could get it recoated. Or you could ask your broker to look at your entire profile and renegotiate the initial to say, listen, this is the situation. Remember, it's a business at the end of the day. So you're still allowed to negotiate in terms of how you come up to the appropriate price. In some instances, it might mean that there's no change. But in some instances, there might be consideration, and you could have the premium reduced. But to merely say, I don't want to pay and let me cancel, is not a noble thing to do. The right thing, just renegotiate and see if the premiums can be negotiated.
And maybe there's other areas of your spend that don't carry the same level of risk, because the idea of your family losing their home, that is something that I think few of us can digest, and something that, unfortunately, as you will have known in your direct experience, does happen. We hate to think about these things, but it's stuff that we do really need to think about, especially in the case of owning your own home. It's probably your biggest and most valuable asset. So protect what matters most to you with the right kind of insurance. And for a personalized quote that matches your needs to start that education, SMS the word INSURE to 31492. And as a nice added bonus, when you get that SMS through and you receive your quote, once the quote has been received, you also do stand a chance of winning a state-of-the-art Samsung Galaxy S10 smartphone, which is pretty cool. So remember that all the terms and conditions do apply though.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword INSURE to 31492 for a callback and quote, and you could be a winner.